All right, this is the Yaorui Outdoor Solar Street Light, IP65 waterproof. The company sent me this product to check it out and make a video for it, so let's do it. I'll show you the unboxing up here, arrived very safely. Inside the package, you are going to get the instructions. You're going to get the light itself, the solar panel, a series of mounts that we're going to have to put together, and I'll show you that. You get a remote control that comes with it, the batteries are in it, a bunch of mounting hardware, which I've already taken out of the package. So it's a solar light and it has a bunch of different modes you can use. It's a dusk to dawn light. It's a motion sensor light, but most important to me, it's a solar light. Nice looking die cast tempered glass, 2000 SMD lamp beads in here. And it has a die cast aluminum framework. It's pretty light, but it still feels pretty durable. We have a 6 volt, 30 watt polycrystalline silicon solar panel, and they say that it can convert 25% of solar energy into electricity with a battery capacity of 30,000 milliamps. The theory is that it charges for 5 to 6 hours during the day and that it'll work all night. Having other solar products here, I guess it's always going to depend on the mode that you have it in. And this one has several different modes that you can choose from, constant light, motion sensor, and the brightness all can be adjusted by remote control. It's supposed to have a 26-foot radar sensing range, so when you're in radar mode, it stays at 20% brightness, and if motion is detected, then it goes to full illumination, and then times back out to the 20% brightness mode. There's a lot of different modes, so you're going to have to play with it to find the one that suits you and your scenario best. All right, so let's put this thing together. Let me show you how to do it. You're going to need a number 6 6mm Allen wrench, Phillips head screwdriver, and I'm going to use just a little mini crescent wrench here to tighten this stuff down. You can mount this one of two ways. You can either pole mount it, and they've given us the hardware and the screws to do that, or you can wall mount it like this, and they've also given you some concrete anchors. But if you're going to screw this into wood, they haven't given you any lag bolts for that, so something to keep in mind. First thing you're going to do is put the mount on the solar panel. So we're going to run that up through here. There's only 2 different types of screws here. There's a larger one that's going to go in another bracket, and then there's 8 screws that you're going to use for everything else. And I found the best way to do this was to slide the nut underneath of this lip right here and use a little drill gun with a bit on it to grab that and put it up on there. Okay, so that's done. Next, we're going to put this guy on. It doesn't say whether it goes on the inside or outside, but I'm going to go ahead and assume it goes on the inside. You can see there's 3 holes here and one on the bottom. We're going to mount this bottom one. And when we do that, when we get it into place later on, I'm actually going to put a screw in the middle section here, but you can put it in 3 different locations depending on, where your sun is. So I'm just going to set it up for the middle one right now. Next thing we're going to do is mount this pole section onto the bracket. You're going to leave these somewhat loose because you can, as you can see, you can adjust this. You're going to need to, when you set it up, you're going to need to adjust that. Then you can lock these down. Next thing we're going to do is mount the light on here. You're going to back these 2 right here all the way down so that they're flush. Loosen these guys up. You're going to feed this guy through the hole. Slide this onto here. You can actually see the pole right here. That's as far as we got it. Tighten these guys up and you're good to go. If you look inside of here, there's a little notch section right there, and there's a little part that sticks out. You're going to line those 2 up. This is a nice rubberized connection too, and we're just going to screw this tight. I'm going to feed this back down into the hole, and I think I'm actually going to cable tie this onto here so it doesn't flap around and make noise. There we go. We're good to go. Done. Let's test it out. You can see I got a lot of ambient light going in the backyard, but let me turn it on. Look at that. That is a lot of light. That's on 100% mode. See, it's in dim mode now. It's kind of hard to see with all the other ambient lights, but once you get up under there, it goes into full bright mode. Puts out quite a bit of light. It's not an overpowering, overbearing light, but it is, it's plenty, and it's exactly what I need it for, which is security. So it'll stay in dim mode. If somebody walks into the motion range, it goes into full blast until it times out and goes back into 20% mode. See, we got a couple there. I just went into the dim mode. If I just move, there you go. See, it went back full bright again. They say the optimum height's about 13 to 20 feet. I've got it at about probably 12 feet or so. Something like this would be great for all kinds of scenarios. from the backyard to the driveway to the parking lot. All kinds of uses. Very nice, very bright.